I still remember the sound. The room fell silent right after the mic screeched. Then her voice, sharp, venomous, gleeful, cut through the laughter. "Look at her ultrasound! Her baby is disabled!" My sister held up the stolen medical papers like trophies, waving them for everyone to see. Gasps, awkward chuckles, and then laughter. My own mother's voice rising above the noise. "Only a fool would give birth to such a useless child." Dad added, smirking, "Should have gotten rid of it when you had the chance." 8 months pregnant, standing under pastel balloons and glittery banners that said, "Welcome, little one!" And all I could feel was fire. My hands trembled, not from fear, but from restraint. When I asked, quietly, "How could you do this at my baby shower?" My sister snapped, her eyes went cold, and before I could move, her foot came flying into my stomach. The impact stole my breath. I stumbled back, straight into the sharp corner of the table. The pain was blinding. I collapsed, screamed. The room blurred, faces frozen, some shocked, some amused. And my family? They just kept laughing. I woke up in a white room, the hum of machines, the sterile chill of loss. The baby was gone. I didn't cry, not right away. Grief sat heavy in my chest like stone. But beneath it, something else began to stir, something cold, precise, and alive. I remembered every face that laughed, every smirk, every whisper. And I decided in that moment I would never forgive. I would ruin them. Growing up, my sister was my shadow, the one who copied my clothes, my hair, my dreams. But when I got pregnant, when I finally found joy, she changed. Jealousy has a smell, a taste. I saw it in the way she touched my belly, smiling too wide. I ignored the signs, the missing documents, the hushed calls to my parents. I thought love meant forgiveness. It didn't. It meant they thought I'd never fight back. They were wrong. The first thing I did after the hospital was call my lawyer. Not to sue, not yet, to prepare. I learned that my sister had taken out a joint credit card under my name months earlier. She'd been funneling money through fake transactions. Fraud. My mother was listed as a silent partner in her boutique, a business built with stolen cash. And my father? He'd helped them hide it, moving money through his construction company. The three of them were tied together by greed. So I tied the noose myself. Quietly, patiently. I collected proof, screenshots, bank records, emails. Then I waited. Their downfall began the day of my baby's memorial. They showed up dressed in black, pretending to care, whispering condolences. I thanked them sweetly, offered hugs, even tears. But what they didn't know was that everyone there, my lawyer, the bank manager, the investigator, had already received copies of everything. By the time they left the cemetery, their accounts were frozen. By the time they got home, the police were waiting. Identity theft, tax fraud, embezzlement. My sister screamed when they took her laptop. My father shouted about family loyalty. My mother fainted for attention. I didn't flinch. The trial took months. I sat through every minute, calm, composed, visibly pregnant again. Yes, again. I'd conceived months after losing my baby. This time, I was stronger. When my sister took the stand, she tried to paint me as unstable. But every lie she spoke was dismantled, by evidence, by witnesses, by her own arrogance. The jury didn't take long. Guilty. All three. Prison for my sister, financial ruin for my parents. Their reputations shredded, their names blacklisted. Justice doesn't always come with a bang. Sometimes it's a slow burn, and I made sure they felt every ember. A year later, I visited the same park where my baby shower was held. The place looked smaller now, quieter. I sat on a bench, my hand resting on my new, round belly. The sun was warm, the wind gentle, and for the first time in a long time, I felt peace. People say revenge doesn't heal you. Maybe they're right, but it balances you. It makes the world make sense again. When I close my eyes, I still hear the laughter from that day. But now, it no longer cuts. It reminds me of the moment I stopped being their victim. The moment I became something else, stronger, sharper, unforgiving. And as for them, they taught me one thing I'll never forget. Blood may be thicker than water, but justice runs deeper.